Hey, it's Paul. Welcome back to B&B Talk. All right, I'm going to jump right into this episode. It's a pretty interesting episode, but before that, I need you to do me a big favor. Don't forget to subscribe. The first thing we see, Quinn, and she's making rings for the new couple, Ivy and Liam. And she's with Deacon, and Deacon wants to know why she's making rings for them, why she has a vested interest. And she tells him it's basically to keep interlopers away. Now, Deacon gets curious and wants to know why she cares. Now, Quinn at first pretends that she cares about Ivy, and she cares about Ivy and Liam together, but Deacon knows she can't even stand Liam. So he keeps pushing, he doesn't believe her, and then she explains the Wyatt factor. Obviously, I mean, you know the deal. If Liam's tied up with Ivy, guess what? It leaves Wyatt free to pursue Steffy. And then Deacon starts talking about Steffy, and he says, that's not a bad plan. Yeah, she's smoking hot, and he keeps going on about this. And then eventually Quinn, because, I mean, she trusts Deacon, it's her husband, she tells him the truth about Ivy, the fact that she's a citizen of the country and has dual citizenship, and the marriage isn't even needed. And then we see Bill. Bill's hilarious. He wonders why his sons don't come to him before they keep making these bonehead moves. Only Bill. Then eventually, Wyatt opens his mouth and tells Bill, don't even ask me why, because he knows what this lets out. Bill can't stand Quinn, but Wyatt tells Bill that Quinn was the person behind this. And eventually he tells him why, the whole Ivy factor. And Bill tells Katie, after Wyatt leaves, that that Liam belongs with Steffy. There's that word again. And he says that Wyatt is going to get his heart stomped on once Liam gets out of this relationship and makes his way back to Steffy. But Katie reminds him that, in the event that this relationship goes on for a while, they might be together. And after that, Liam might not want to be leaving. Like, this is a marriage between two people who care about each other and it might develop into something. So Katie is warning Bill about that. Now, then we see Steffy, and she's talking to Rich, and she's talking about Liam and Ivy. And, Rich obviously is not pleased. He's seen Liam do this before, and he tells Steffy basically that he's going to be having a talk with Liam. Now, Steffy's not really stopping him because I think she wants someone to talk to Liam, someone to give his head a shake. Steffy says, though, that she wants a normal guy, somebody who doesn't have all this stuff, all this drama. And eventually, as she's saying this, yeah, guess what? Wyatt shows up, and they have a little back and forth together. They start flirting with each other. Wyatt says he could be that guy. He's that romantic, normal guy. And he says pretty confidently, I'm going to ask you out, and then you're going to say yes. We're going to put this thing together, and you're going to have that committed relationship that you're looking for. And then at one point, Wyatt asks the obvious question, well, what about Liam? What about if we get involved? Are you going to go running back to Liam? And Steffy says with a great degree of certainty that she's tired of it, doesn't want to be the other woman, and she's not running back to Liam. So, we know these things can change on a dime, so we'll have to keep watching to see. Now, the last thing we see Ivy, and she blurts out to Liam that they shouldn't have been married. Now, he's pressing for an answer, about this whole immigration guy thing, and it just keeps getting sidestepped. And Ivy says if it wasn't obviously for this marriage of convenience that he would be gone. She even offers to go as far as to have annulment papers drawn up, but Liam says no, and that he committed to this. And the more this guy keeps talking, the more he keeps recommitting himself to Ivy, and almost saying, well, we'll see how it works, And at one point, Ivy says, I guess this is good enough for me. So she's once again settling for second, and knowing that she's not his first choice, that he's not firmly as in love with her as he is with Steph. She does tell him that she doesn't want to trap him, and it is painful for her knowing that he's got feelings for Steffy, but like I said, she's willing to give it a try. Now, eventually Quinn shows up, and Quinn tells her not to do this, not to cancel the wedding. Obviously, she says it will evolve into a relationship. So with Quinn, she's got the devil on one side, and with her own conscience, she's got the angel on the other side. The one thing Quinn leaves her with is that Liam loves you. You know that. Just build on it. And then at one point we see what happens near the end, a big montage. Steffy's in a montage about Liam, and Liam's in a montage about Steffy. And then eventually, Ivy breaks up that montage. She walks in, she sort of kneels in front of Liam, and they have a bit of a tender moment. And that's where we leave things off. So an interesting episode. I'll keep you posted on the next episode. Don't forget, subscribe and follow us on social media. It's Paul and it's B&B Talk, and we'll talk to you soon.